Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. Mudbutt's bachelor party has gotten violent, and our team still hasn't quite gelled together. Mudbutt tried to protect Alyn in the ring, but in the end, Alyn saved him. While Reginald revealed a potential plan, but Quinny shot it down because he didn't trust Reginald. Will our heroes find a plan they can agree on before they face their separate dooms? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
You approach the front desk at Shag Nasty's for your predetermined both like strip club plus experience. That's an open-ended offer. Mudbutt, I think when you book this, it's a little bit like when you book a vacation package and you don't exactly know what you're getting, but you're just kind of like, this seems like a thing to click. When they're like, do you need a GPS in your car? You're like, maybe I do. Maybe I do need to be able to plug in a USB. I don't know. So you arrive at Shag Nasty's, which is the famous half-orc strip club chain throughout Faerun that these cats know is secretly run by Bryn, who is admittedly MIA. You arrive at the front desk, and there is just like an incredibly curvy, androgynous orc who is somehow everything you want, but didn't necessarily know you wanted at once. They've got like their hair back in a cool like top knot. Their outfit is like one of those outfits that shouldn't work. It's a bunch of like colors and cuts that just seem almost like someone just dropped a bag of clothes through a sewing machine. And yet, just because of the way they look and the way they carry themselves, they've just really kind of, it all works. And they say, hello, Mr. Butt. Welcome. I'm so glad you were able to make your tea time. That's what we call it here. It's a golf joke. My name is Zen, and I'm so glad you're here. Also, thank you so much for including the names of your guests today, because really it would have been tremendous egg on our faces if we didn't have the appropriate outfits ready. And they reach under the desk and pull out a brand new, highly improved fuck harness. And they just immediately hand it to Quinny.
What's this? I've never seen something like this before.
Mr. Brown Barrow, or should I say murder child? No, that's blatantly not true. This is made famous by you. In fact, after your unfortunate demise, welcome back, by the way, at the Quinnies, which have been banned, I should say, from Oasis, because, oh boy. But after that, you gained some notoriety here as one of our most famous customers, and as a result, the Quintech 2000 fuck harness was developed, built to your specifications and with your sneaky style. So it's great that you're here. Our customers absolutely love it, and really, it'll mean a lot to all of us if you could don the new gear.
You named it after me?
Of course.
Wait, so, Quinny, why are you famous here?
Because I blew up, I guess, and like here in this specific.
Yeah.
Oh, it was part of our plan to. I like look at this attendant and be like, fuck it. It was part of our plan to get the original fighter thrown out so that the Forsaken could take his place in the duel that was going to take place. It was like
shit. That was so long ago.
Yeah. So I took it upon myself to piss him off, and he kind of beat me up here. It's weird that I'm famous for it now, but yeah.
Well, it was less about the getting beat up and demanding to see a manager, Mr. Brown Barrow. More so that once we saw how it all played out, a lot of us who work here put it together. And admittedly, we'd been stocking the fuck harness for several years, and it never quite fit anyone properly. We were really thinking it was a bad investment. And honestly, I gotta tell you, we went all in on it, and it was pretty concerning. We were going to take a pretty big financial hit. But then, when people saw that Murder Child, the martyr of the great heist, wore the fuck harness, it became very popular. We have it in all shapes and sizes now. We have it in multiple colors. And honestly, it's been doing quite well. Now, you seem a bit surprised that this exists. Have you been collecting your royalty checks for this?
Royalty checks? No. If there's just like a backlog here, I'll just collect them all now.
Well, I mean, there's a bit of a catch. Because if you refuse to wear the Quintek 2000 in Shag Nasties, people will come to feel that the fashion has changed, and then honestly all of our investment will be null and void. So it would seem to me that if you would like your royalties, perhaps you should just put on the Quintek. They say, like, I'm wearing one under this. It's fantastic.
Sure, yeah. How much are my royalties?
I would have to check with our accountant, but I believe you're owed about 10,000 gold.
All right, you guys got like a changing room or anything around here?
Of course we do. We also named it after you, and you just see a little sign that says the Quinny Brown Barrow Memorial Change Room.
Perfect.
So as Quinny is changing, Zen kind of welcomes like Alyn, Reginald, and Mudbutt. So Mudbutt, being a man who demands the best, has booked the elite platinum floor show, and it will be beginning momentarily. But Zen makes sure to ask if any of you require anything. Or anyone. Really, we have both options. Whatever you need. We also have really good tea.
You know what? I'm feeling pretty learned after learning a lot of fun stuff from my daughter right here.
A family affair. That's kind of gross, but okay.
So how about I have your finest tea?
Excellent. Would you like some booze in that?
Yes, please.
Fine boozy tea for you. A blueberry tea it is. And they look at their notes and then turn to Alyn and they say, Alyn, but what?
Nope. No, nope.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just Alyn, or just Butt?
Let's just keep it Alyn. There's
Alyn.
no Butt in the name at all. There's no direct relation.
You know, that's honestly, I just work at this strip club. I don't need to know your family history.
I feel very judged right now. Just Alyn.
Just crossing it out. There you go. Okay, just Alyn. Just Alyn, what can I get you?
Water, please.
All right, big spender. And Mr. Farch, it is an honor. I am a big fan. I gotta say, I took my partner to the first Forsaken fight. Oh, you were very violent. That was a bit alarming, but they used to fight too. They really they explained a lot of your combat prowess to me, and I gotta say I was pretty impressed.
Oh, thank you. So what I would like is a private room with one of your most experienced older workers.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, here, and they pass you, for lack of a better term, a menu that just has it's basically almost like flipping through like an online dating site. It's just like a quick bio, kind of likes and dislikes, kind of what their deal is. You can kind of flip through that at your leisure.
Cool. Basically, I want to flip through it. And Tom, I'm looking for someone who is older, probably near the end of their career, and would likely want money.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So, as fate would have it, you settle upon an orc woman who has been working here for quite some time, and whose heart was broken once long ago by a man similar in appearance to you, but you don't know that, who left her high and dry in order to carry out a scheme. So you pick her, and you make your way to the room.
Great. I do that.
Do you switch to one of the fancy robes?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay. So you enter the room. Mudbutt, you and Alyn go and sit down, and Quinny comes to join you. Quinny, what do you look like?
Just my regular clothes. I'm wearing it underneath, like the attendant said.
Zen goes, yeah, sorry, I should have been
Pull
clearer.
the collar down a little so you
No,
can see I've got it on
everyone
under.
needs to be able to see it, I'm afraid.
Fine.
It's going to be in the promotional brochures. Like, it's very
Wait,
important.
what? Quinny's like, fine, fuck you. And he just like kicks his pants off.
Yeah,
and-
you just like fully Jim Carrey in it was a Bruce Almighty where he just flings all of his clothes to the ground.
Yeah.
All right, so what does this new harness look like?
What does it look like? I don't have it all pictured, but I think on the shoulder, like there are the straps that are running along the shoulder. It has like big like feathers that kind of come off. I think They're big like colorful feathers. I think it's less revealing, because I think it needs to appeal to a wider audience. And so it covers up part of the chest as well. For people that want their chest covered, it covers up the groin for people that want their groin covered and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a very technical garment. There's a lot of snaps and buckles, so you can
Covers that can be removed to create
openings
or cover them up.
Honestly,
like the stomach is exposed kind of thing.
It's alarmingly similar in design to your House Farch cloak. In that there's just buckles and snaps in various ways you can like, or I guess junipers, so you can like resort it however you want. Incidentally, this one is actually very comfortable. The concept of it is still uncomfortable to Quinny, but the chafing of the previous edition is completely gone, which is a pleasant surprise. So you settle into your seat. And the three of you proceed to watch the Platinum Show. The Platinum Show is like if Maxim magazine made Cirque du Soleil. So there's a lot of aerialists, there's a lot of truly spectacular acrobatics, but it's also Maxim, so like everything's kind of tame. It's kind of the plan they offer to people who want to say they had the strip club experience without really having to live the strip club experience. And Alyn, you are so relieved that this is how this is playing out. And honestly, Mudbutt, I don't actually think you know what a strip club is. You just knew it was something that people said happens in bachelor parties. So you're like taking notes. Like this is like, oh, okay, well, it's just like a play, I guess.
I kind of lean over to Alyn and be like, when do you think the birds are going to show up?
What birds?
Well, whenever I told people, they said this place was full of chicks. So I'm just wondering when like the birds are going to show up.
It's a slightly derogatory term for women.
But the birds? Look,
birds is also a derogatory term for women.
I'm drinking this really intoxicating tea. So, wait, I'm confused. So, I was told there were going to be chicks here, and I got women. Richard a little shirt that said I like chicks because he's a chick, and all I see are these very athletic women doing very impressive tricks.
Yep. Some people might call them chicks.
They're bird women?
Nope.
No, it's just.
But that one has feathers.
That's an outfit.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
the latest
Quinny.
thing, apparently.
Yeah, he's pointing at Quinny.
Oh, so...
It's a fuck harness, Dad.
Wait. Does that help with fuck running?
Probably doesn't hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, honestly,
there's less chafing, so yeah.
Oh, okay. God, you've taught me so much already. Oh, wow, she's upside down.
Meanwhile, in the side alcove, the door is flung open, and the professional smile on the older orcish woman immediately dissipates as she sees Reginald, and she just goes, "Oh no, not you again!"
Okay, first of all, you clearly think I'm someone else. I'm not that person. I just look like him, and I'm lying right now. Here's the deal. I want to give you 10,000 gold for a very easy job.
Okie dokie.
There is someone outside named Quinny Brownbarrow. He has a bag of holding that I doubt he currently has with him because he went and changed. I would need that bag of holding, but I can't go get it because I'm bad at sneaking. But I feel like you're very good. So if you can bring me that bag of holding, I will give you 10,000 gold.
Okie dokie. And she leaves. Quinny, did you leave the bag of holding with your gear in the Quinny Brownbarrow memorial change room?
I wouldn't have left it in the change room. I think we talked about we had like lockers and like tickets or something like that, right? Yeah, I would have put it with that thing, whatever that old system was.
Okay.
I'm assuming since she's an employee, she probably just can get a key and open it.
Yeah, I just rolled to see if she could talk her way past Zen, and they're distracted, like updating all the marketing materials about, Quinny was here on this day. Yep, she manages to get your gear, Quinny, and she takes it back to Reginald, and she says, You're not going to hurt him, right? He's a bit of a celebrity around here. We all really like him. He whistled so loud that asshole got killed, which was very nice.
No. I like him too. He's rude sometimes, but that's true of a lot of superiors.
I work at a strip club. That's just kind of a Wednesday for me.
Yeah, all right. So let me take a look at this bag, and I open it up, and then under my breath I just go, "Whew, thank God there was gold in here." And then I'll just take out 10,000 gold because there's 50K in there, then just give it to her. And then I want to go.
She has to awkwardly make like an apron catch out of her shirt, and is like, "Oh, this is not how I imagined this going, but thank you."
Well, let me see. Maybe there's a backpack or something here. There's got to be a bag, and I want to look through and see if there's anything that could take gold. I doubt it, but theoretically,
you got
possible.
the list.
Tyler's got it.
Tyler's got the list.
Yeah, sorry. What were you looking for again? I was just checking. I only have 10,000 written down. So
no, because we won 50,000 on the island.
On the island?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was gambling. I was wagering on arm wrestling.
with Dex.
They were just giving away money.
Okay, sorry. And what were you looking for?
Is there like a bag or something that could hold gold in it?
There's a bedroll.
Great, bedroll. Bam. We're gonna take it. It's gonna be a sleeping bag full of cash. And I give that to her and I say thank you. And then I want to take the contract out, and I'm gonna pocket the contract. And then I'll say to her, "Cool. Could you like put this back?"
Oh, that is much better for me. Yes, I was really worried I was going to lose my job. Zen is real touchy about stuff like this. They would have had my head. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we don't have to have sex. I don't want to pay your murder tithe. I don't think I'm good enough at sex, and I don't think I have enough money. Well, this is a brothel, right? So what you do is you come in, and then I give you a large amount of money for the privilege of you having sex with me, and then at the end, I have to kneel down, and you decide whether or not I pleasured you enough that I deserve to live. I don't think I'm that good at sex. I haven't done it before, and I don't want to get down on my knees and have you decide to kill me.
Oh, honey, things are real dark where you come from, but happily in a sex-positive way. So I'm going to just kiss you on the forehead, and she does, and it's incredibly tender and sweet and weirdly, like, perhaps the most intimate thing that's ever actually occurred.
Oh, 100%. I don't think he's had positive physical intimacy.
And she just says, it's okay to not be good at sex. It's not okay to, like, not try to be better and to try and help whoever you're with, but, like, it's okay to not be great at it, and that's actually kind of what our job is to help people like you. And here at Shag Nasties, we would just rather that you kind of learn what you like and learn how to be better than kill you. That's not really our jam, unless you're an asshole, in which case your little bud Quinny there gets you killed, and we're all very happy about it. So don't worry about that. It's okay. Take it in your own time. It's okay to be a virgin. It's okay to be bad at sex. It's okay to just not have sex. You just do you. It's all good. And that's coming from a professional sex worker. My only job is sex, and I'm telling you it's okay. Thank you for this weird bedroll. We don't really need any more of these here, but it is easier than trying to carry money in my shirt.
Yeah, and I'm super sorry that whoever looked like me was a dick to you before, because you were clearly a very nice person, and you did not deserve that.
Well, thank you very much. I hope I'll see you again someday. But if not, I just hope you have a good one. You deserve it. You're a good person. And then she just pats you on the head and she leaves.
And I think he might cry just a little. Just a little, because he's not really prepared for any kindness from anyone. He lives in a world of constant betrayal and death. And then he would also just take a quill and a pot of ink off of the table next to him and stow that where he stows the contract, just so he's got that as like an ace in the hole now.
Sure. The orc replaces the gear back in the secret lockers. At this point, Zen is mostly like fast sketching Quinny watching the show, like desperately, because they can't take photos. So it's like one of those weird, like, look, this person ate here. And you can see that they're very excited about trying to get Quinny to sign it. So they're just kind of awkwardly standing nearby with a quill. The show continues to be kind of bland. They're really doing like good work. It's just the choreography is bad, and that's really not their fault, but that's kind of what you're getting. Yeah, Mudbutt, you're completely taken aback by this weird slang for women, and I think by the end of it are like kind of like actively angry about it. Like it's not anything they're doing, just like the concept of it pisses you off.
Yeah, no, I wanted a bird show.
Yeah,
because little Richard wanted to see some birds because he's just a baby, and so I wanted him to be like, one day you'll grow up to be a bird like that. But now I can't do that.
Positive role models.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a positive experience for both my children.
Yeah. So the show comes to an end just as Reginald comes to join you. Reginald, are you going to try and play up that you just had super cool sex because you're super good at it?
I think he's going to play that, like, a gentleman never tells card in just the hopes that he can get through the conversation without having to describe anything.
Cool. I don't think anyone's going to ask you. I was just curious about
no,
your general
I think
vibe.
If she hadn't been nice to him, he probably would have done that. But I feel like all he's thinking right now is like on the way out, he has to give her like a 6 stars out of 5 review. Like if there's like a comment card, he'd write something really heartfelt and glowing.
Sure.
But not show it to anyone.
Quinny, as soon as the show's done, Zen is suddenly beside you, and they just lean down with the quick sketch, which has a much fancier like Moulin Rouge style show going on, and B has you like applauding, just looking like heroic. And they say, listen, thank you so much again. Would you mind signing this? We want to put it up on our celebrity wall. We've got all sorts of people up there. We have the head of the Thieves Guild. We've got the greatest thief, other than you, of course, Meryl Streep. We have all sorts of very famous people. So would you mind adding your picture to the wall?
Is she showing me the wall?
They're showing you the wall, yes.
Pardon me. They're showing me the wall. That like strikes a chord with Quinny, just a little ticked off by that. And he'll say, tell you what, I'm wearing the harness, like you said. You've got your picture there, looks great. Why don't you run and get me my 10,000 gold, and I will have this signed by the time you come back.
Okie dokie, and they're gone like a shot. Like it's a full fucking Looney Tunes like puff of smoke as they sprint in a kind of weird, hilarious Final Fantasy running way where their arms are like pumping to their sides. You realize that everything about them is pretty attractive except when they run. They are legitimately a bad runner. So off they go, and you're left with the wall.
Awesome.
And a pen.
I sign my photo with like a big cursive signature, and I think like that'll be worth maybe a little extra when people actually hear that I'm king of something.
Do you sign it King Quinny?
I do not. But then I take that fucking pen over to Meryl Streep, and she's got put the big curly mustache and an eye patch and a big like if she's smiling, I'm like gapping some of the teeth and stuff like that. Just doing as much damage as I can in as little time as possible.
Yeah, you just give her like really fierce eyeliner on one side, but not the other. Like it's so discordant. So you graffiti it up, and I think it really is like just a classic Hollywood headshot of Meryl Streep if she was an orc. So you go to work on this, and I think the final thing that happens is you add fangs, and then you stare at them for a moment. and you suddenly feel ill.
Why did I do that?
And then Zen is coming back. Do you try and hide the pen? Or are you just like loud and proud with the fact that you did this?
I will meet them away from the wall.
All right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So they only see the picture you hand to them, and they're just over the moon. Like, oh, thank you so much. This is amazing. Oh, this is so great. I used to think that the Meryl Streep photo was the coolest one we've got, but this takes the cake. This is spectacular. Oh, and man. Here you go. And they pass you a money order for the Bank of Waterdeep.
Okay. Great. And so I'll just say, thank you so much. Could you take me to my locker? I just feel nervous holding this money writ, right?
Oh, so absolutely. It looks like the Platinum show is complete. So it looks like your friends are also starting to make their way as well, and the rest of you have kind of gathered near the entrance. And they go to your locker, and they get out your stuff, and they hand it to you, and they say, well, thank you again. You can keep the harness if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I will. It was, I know from experience, it's kind of tough to take off, so I'm just going to...
Yeah, I'm actually only wearing this one because I was a little bit late for work this morning, and it was easier to just put clothes on over it.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. It's been an honor.
Thank you. And now that I've brought like them away from the like wall kind of thing, it's like, okay, we're breaking off, and so I'm like, get everything, I'm ready to go. Put the certificate in the bag of holding, and then I notice that
Quinny was listening to Dum Dums and Dragons the whole time, and he's like, I know what's up.
Yeah, and
he's like, I wouldn't have noticed the gold, but where the fuck's my bedroll?
I really should support this show at patreon.com/dumdumdum.
No, I'm eager to get out of there because obviously I've defaced a famous person's photo. But
so you all make your way outside, and
can I just at the very last moment just kind of do one of those casual like walk by the counter, kind of like tapping on it, being casually.
And Zen comes over, and they're like, hi, can I help you? Do you need something else?
Yeah, just you seen Bryn lately?
I'm sorry?
Bryn.
Bryn. She was lately? No, she was. She really was one of our most famous customers. She was here quite a bit, but no, I haven't seen her in a while.
All right, that's okay. That's all right.
It's weird because and they lean across the table kind of conspiratorially, and they say, I'm not quite sure why, because I don't think she wore the fuck harness at any point, but we do have a number of checks in her name that she hasn't picked up. It's actually been quite some time, which is very strange. Who doesn't want free money?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And
you're most welcome. And they pick up the 6-star card, and they look at you, Reginald, and they're like, "Oh, this is so sweet. It's out of 4, but I really like that you drew 2 more."
It's what she deserves. She's got a real... And then he like leans in something like here, and he says like, "Kind heart."
And Zen nods and says, "Yeah, she really does. She's one of my favorites too." And they wink at you, and they just say, "Well, you go get him, champ," and just kind of like playfully punches you in the shoulder. In a very... You get the sense that they've had the same experience you have, which is they had like a really nice chat that was supportive with the orc lady. You weirdly, even though you're very much a stranger in a strange land, you like actually feel some legitimate kinship to someone. And Zen just kind of nods knowingly at you, and they send you on your way.
Yeah, and I do that like knowing like 2 meaningful raps on the countertop as I walk away, and there's just like a little wistfulness to his step until he's back to like sort of walking like an asshole on an ongoing basis.
So Mudbutt, Shag Nasty's was a bit of a bust.
Yeah, man.
The Fire Festival is going to be starting soon. But because Shag Nasty's was so disappointing, do you feel there are currently any gaps in your bachelor party that you would like to try and fill before the main event? if this was a Final Fantasy game, this would be roughly when they're prompting you, you should probably save before you go into this crater, because you're going to fight Genova twice and then Sephiroth thrice. So, like...
well, first I leave a review.
The fuck did you just say?
It's all good. He knows.
All right.
That was for Adam. Laura, we're going to do a boss fight eventually.
Laura, this is the point of no return. Once you pass this point, you will engage in the Battle of Hogwarts. So... Best do your side quests now.
Get your warts on, people.
You just fought Krang, Super Shredder's around the corner. You know what I mean?
Truly.
Right?
Yep,
Right?
Yep. And honestly, this game will kill you. So,
first I leave a review, and I leave like half a star, and I say like needs more birds. False
misleading.
Yeah, false advertising, and then I kind of hand it to somebody. And I'm like, you know what you did, and then I walk away.
So Zen, they look at the card, and they're just like, I fucking told them we needed to hire some Kenku, and no, we don't. Well, here's the proof. And they just like stomp off indignantly to go yell at their boss about the lack of bird people at the establishment. Completely missing the point of your card, but you know, comedy of errors and all that.
They know.
So you have you have like a brief moment to catch your breath and to regroup before this final action. Reginald and Quinny, you guys have kind of come up with a plan that you haven't shared with the group necessarily just yet, but you hear like a tone over the speakers being like, if any of you were smart enough to book with Oasis rather than to book accommodations at the Fire Festival, the dumpster fire that is that festival will begin shortly. The show is good. Try not to talk to the other guests. They are hella pissed because it is gross out there. In any case, the event will begin in 5 minutes.
Oh.
Bing boom.
I kind of want to get rid of some of these drunk points. Like I've been here before, and then like I got to sober up quick. So can I just like poop and like barf it out and pee it out?
Yeah,
it's the world's saddest beer shower.
Yeah. I get in we go up to the room quick, take off my armor, I go into the shower, and everything explodes.
Oh my god!
What's the montage song to this? Keeping in mind that if we're imagining this montage, we don't see any of this. We just see like glimpses of you in various positions as this song covers the sound. We don't see any of the actual functions, but we do see the contortions that are required. What's the song that plays? Ideally, something kind of like sad and power ballady, but you got it. What's your song?
Jesus. Maybe like. Push it to the limit, past the point of no return, and then
there's just like you pounding against the shower wall.
Yeah.
There's you like drinking another beer and then looking at it and going, "Aw, jeez,
I gotta start over."
Nah. All right, so Mudbutt, I'm gonna say you drop down to a D6 by the end of this. So you're still a little boozed up, but
6 dots. Six. Sorry, I'm marking my tricks with dots.
I'm going to drop you down to 4. So you're still. No, I want you at a D6. It'll be 6. It's your bachelor party. But you're feeling considerably better.
I chugged some water at Shag Nasty's.
Yep. So drop 1 point of drunkenness for you.
Okay.
Maybe I should have done that.
It's fine. You as you stumbled in. Do you think any of you would be trying to help him sober up, or are you just kind of letting him do his thing? He also didn't announce that that's what he's doing. He just said, "I need a minute."
Well, he just went into the bathroom, and all we're hearing is shitting and barfing. So I'm like, Reginald will be like, "I'm going to let him take a minute," and then
I'm just like looking around. I'm just looking around, like, so plans off, right? Obviously,
yeah, he'd like take off the tuxedo sheen from his armor because he doesn't need attention. He'd probably drink some water because if there's gonna be a fight, he does not want to be drunk. He's learned that. All the drunk guys died in like the first year of the Horde.
I will say that your tolerance is actually a problem here because you drink some water and it does not have the same effect.
Damn it!
So you just kind of live where you live.
That's fine.
I would go check on
keep me loose.
So, Quinny, you hear just horrible things happening on the other side of the door, but luckily there are still just a fuck ton of burritos. So I think you just make a little burrito pyramid by the door, knowing that he's probably going to need a cushion for whatever's just happened to him. And gradually the door opens and a hand just like
shakily.
Yeah, full on. I'm thinking like full on like Evil Dead severed hand, like feeling around.
Yeah, the first one reaches out and the nails just claw through the wood on the ground.
Just drags burritos back into the room. I think you guys put on some music from one of the machines. What's the song you guys play to cover what's happening in the bathroom?
To cover the sound of him binging,
just having a whole clearance sale,
and push it to the limit.
Great. It's
that's definitely what's playing now.
You both picked the same Sirius XM, which is of course the enchanted extra magical network. You both picked the same channel. And then, like, at the end of a proper, like, hero gets, like, jacked up and trains and runs through the woods montage, he finally exits from the room, politely slamming the door behind him, because that bathroom will never be usable again. And Mudbutt, you look at your friends, you take in the scene, and you're ready to kick some ass. What do you say?
I say, like, well, we've all had a lot of fun here today, everybody. I just want to say thanks for throwing me just the best old dang bachelor party that, well, just a old-fashioned fella like me could have. We've drank a lot, and I just had a absolutely terrible time in that other room that I don't think any of you should see, ever. But I'm also proud that all my friends are with me together to finally help me get revenge on the tricky wizard that tricked me to burn down my city. So, hey, I ain't good with speeches. I just, bring it in. And I want to give them all a hug, but I'm still kind of like stinky and stuff.
Yeah,
I just want to give them a hug.
It's a well-intentioned hug, and it's gross for everyone involved. And at the same time, it's as though Butthole Farch himself was here hugging the group on like a bad day for him. Yeah. And then you all break off and kind of nod to each other. And Reginald and Quinny, you explain your plan.
Okay. So the plan that Reginald has put forward and that I agree with is Mudbutt. Since you know, the way you look and everything like that, everyone saw you with that big scene out there with the fire imps and the dragonborn bouncer and everything like that. So seeing you is a big no-go. We got to hide you. So we're thinking you get put in a barrel.
I'm liking this, okay.
Yeah, and then you can basically spring out, groin to head, cut in half kind of thing that you want to do.
That was like my plan. That was my plan. You're listening to my plan.
We're building around it. We're building off of it.
All right. Okay?
Reginald and myself will be bringing Barrel U into oh man, what's his name?
Igneous Plantier.
We're gonna bring it to Igneous Plantier.
Mm-hmm.
As basically like a gift. Reginald is great at kind of, well, how would you put it, Reginald? The way your rapport is with important people.
I don't know, wheedling. This stopped being my plan. This is your plan. You describe it. What am I?
Okay, he's just been really good at like kind of like, you know, kissing up to authority figures, you know, daddy and stuff like that. So he'll be great in this role of giving a gift of ale, but it's actually you, Mudbutt, in the barrel. I'll be there as well to smooth over any kind of inconsistencies in the story. And also, Alyn, you're going to cover one of the other exits so that we can basically do like a pincer attack.
Oh, I got an idea. When before he opens the barrel, can you tell him to like kind of split, like stand with his legs very far apart?
Wide stance.
Yeah, so
I'll
then
see if I can work it in there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that one. Butthole, I will try.
Like, make sure he's not sitting or anything. And maybe ask him if he's got any, like, you know, kind of like a cup on or something like that. Just nonchalantly. You work your magic. but I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah, we'll try and figure it out. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Is everyone on board with this plan?
I hate this plan.
It was your idea.
No, my idea was... oh, forget it. Full disclosure. My idea was I pretend to go evil and we put Mudbutt in a barrel and I say, ha-ha, I brought you Mudbutt. I am evil now. And then we would team up and I would let Mudbutt out and we'd kill him on stage where the owlbears would distract people. This is a terrible idea. I have a bad gift for you. Here's a bad gift. Listening. Show your dick.
So, yeah, it's going to be that me and Reginald here pretend to betray you guys.
Oh, wait, we like that.
Oh, yeah, I just forgot the minutia of it, that's all.
Yeah. And
I'm
we
still
need
on
you
the
to
other
keep
side.
track of details.
No one said that. You said I was very good at lying. You believed I had a whole other plan.
Here's the reason I'm angry. I knew there wasn't another plan. All right, so we're going to give away Mudbutt.
Wink, wink, wink.
What am I doing?
I still think it's important that we're not all in one place. Because A, if this guy runs, you can potentially be there to nab him.
Yeah.
And B,
Oh, okay.
I mean, but
B, if he doesn't, we can basically hit him from more than one side.
listen, I got a random idea, though. What if we do a daddy-daughter barrel and we put them both in? Because if we
No.
hand them both over, here we
Don't
go.
put me in a fucking barrel.
Hear me out. This is the opposite of hearing me out. All I'm saying is, if you're worried about Mudbutt getting put in a cell or killed right away or something, you already told us from the spells you threatened to do on everyone around the dining table a while ago that you could take both of you through a door and disappear, and Quinny and I could run away. Then there's no chance of Igneous being like, I'm one of those smart villains. Blam, dead Mudbutt. Because that is like 10% chance.
I don't feel right having my daughter in there with me. I'd rather know that she's safe outside.
Yeah, no, we're you and I are gonna sell it.
But Alyn, how do you feel about this? Because this does mean that Mudbutt will be in dire peril, and well, you know he can handle himself. Suddenly, there's an extra angle to all of this that you've never had to consider before, which is, pissed as you are at her, your mom actually seems pretty good now. And if Mudbutt dies, does she go back to being the kind of, like, for lack of a better term, grayscale person she was before?
Well, Mudbutt isn't going to die. But I think we need my eyes out there too.
So where would you like to position yourself in this plan?
I'm going to be on the other side.
What does that mean?
Like backstage?
Backstage, yeah.
Okay, so
So we're
going
going
with
to
the
sneak
Quinny
you backstage,
pincer.
but you're not going to be in a barrel.
Yeah, because I just, yeah.
Cool.
I just think more eyes outside is going to be better.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do before we execute? What are you going to call this plan? Operation what?
Barrel butt.
Okay, before you execute Operation Barrel Butt, is there anything else you want to do? Any other preparations you want to make? Anything you want to say to each other?
I wanna go to Alyn and I wanna be like, look, this is kind of the defining moment of my life here. So it's going to be pretty dangerous, and I don't want any innocents to get hurt. So then I kind of reach into my beard and I pass her little Richard, and I want you to look after your little brother while I'm stuffed in a barrel. He likes to sit in beards, but because you don't have a beard, maybe he can sit in your shirt or your hair or
My
something.
hair?
Alyn, you feel the clicking of fingers up your shoulder, and Billy Fingers arrives. And you get the sense from the way he nudges into your neck that he's cool to keep little Richard company in your hair.
Aw, thanks, Billy. Yeah, it's okay. Billy will take care of
Mudbutt,
little
you
Richard.
see a ball of fingers.
Wait, what?
No, he's cool. He's my familiar. He's cool. He looks scary. He's very sweet and very capable.
Can I shake one of his hands?
You can shake one of his fingers. He's literally just various severed fingers stitched together in a ball.
Oh, this is new. Hey, buddy.
So he like shakes your finger, and then he pats the top of your hand in a comforting way, and then he kind of like skitters up Alyn's shoulder, and then hoists little Richard up onto, I would say his back, but doesn't really have one, but into like a little like chair of fingers. And then they skitter into your hair, Alyn, and kind of take root like they're driving you like a mech suit, just kind of up at the top of your ponytail.
Yeah, fair.
How big's your head? That's for a ball of hands to be.
I've got a lot of hair.
Oh man,
Billy Fingers is like the size of a fist, so he just kind of splays out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. And he's got like 2 fingers up as a little chair for little Richard.
Kids these days, they're balls of fingers.
It's truly the avocado toast of Faerun. It's why millennials can't own houses. They just have too many balls of fingers.
Too many corpse part creatures.
Yeah, truly. All right,
everybody's just animating
and crippling
the dead.
Student debt. Whee!
Yay.
Yeah. And that. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to do something sneaky.
You?
Yeah. Who'd have guessed?
Really?
I want to speak to Alyn and Mudbutt alone, separate from Reginald.
Okay. Reginald, what's a reason that you would be away from everyone else?
Reginald, I'll just give one because it's easy enough. I think Reginald would consider trying to talk to Quinny and then realize that Quinny doesn't trust him, which makes Quinny just another, like, essentially abusive employer in a series of employers. And he realizes that he, like, if he offers the first olive branch, he may just get destroyed. So he's going to go to his room, which is the adjoining place, and then lock it, and then also, like, go inside a second room so he'll hear the door open. Like, nobody's sneaking up on him. He, like, breaks glass and throws on the floor and shit. And then he's going to sit there and just debate whether or not he should sign the scroll.
Shit.
Cool.
Whoa.
You can let me know the answer to that at an appropriate time later.
So Quinny kind of like gestures like quietly, like, come here, to both Alyn and Mudbutt, and says, look, I'm just gonna give you guys a second secret option here. Reginald has confided in me, I think maybe even in the group a couple of times, that he's not a great liar. And so that's why I'm taking that option out of his hands for him, so that as far as he knows, he's not necessarily lying. Mudbutt.
Yes?
I can make it so that we have a barrel of, let's say, I don't know, something lying around like a barrel of apple and pork chops. And I can cast minor illusion, make it sound like you're in there, making you safe.
Ooh.
Until the barrel is opened, and then we spring the trap.
Right.
It's just an option. If you want to be in there for the real thing, to jump out and maybe get the first hit, you take more risk, but I want to give you that option.
Ooh, okay.
Reginald's going to be good either way, because as far as he's concerned, the plan is that you're in there, so he'll be a perfect actor.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How about this? So
This sounds safer.
Yeah. Let's fill it with the pork and the apples, and then honey, you can use your teleportation thing to teleport me like above him. And then when he opens it and he's like, "Oh, my dum-dum, oh, it's full of pork and apples," and I can just slice them in half.
I can't send you anywhere. I have to go too. It also takes a lot of my magical energy to do that. Just want you to know that.
Okay, well then you hop on my back, and then you teleport us right above him, and then I just slice him right in half. And you can hold on to the axe too, honey, so we can both do it together.
I'm just giving it as an option for you two to settle on, because obviously it seems like the relationship here has evolved over the bachelor party.
Oh, completely.
Okay, look, if I see an opportunity, I'm gonna hop on up above him and then switch places with you. That okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So then where do I go if I'm not in the barrel? Am I in another barrel? Like a safer barrel?
Might have to be a granted visibility kind of situation there, Alyn.
Ooh, I'm invisible and then I'd be high up? Oh, he won't know it hit him. It'll be, he tricked me and then I'm going to trick him. and then maybe I'd land.
The fucking barrel was because he couldn't get in.
Oh, hey. Yeah, just grant me invisibility. I can
It
finally...
only lasts for like 1 minute.
Oh, well, never mind.
Okay, we're gonna have to roll this. How fast can...
With great concentration.
How fast can Reggie talk? I mean, if I'm invisible for like a minute, he can just be like, "Oh, here's Mudbutt, here it goes," and then
no.
So guys,
we're not doing it that way.
Just to kind of pull all this together, the option that you're looking at is: do you, unbeknownst to Reginald, not put Mudbutt in the barrel, instead put pork and apples in, and then try and figure out a different way to sneak him in? It'll be safer for Mudbutt. It'll be much harder to sneak him in. And Mudbutt, you also run the risk of not being able to kill Igneous. In your head, it's one strike. Like, there's no doubt. It's just taking out Grime Bottom. It's one hit. So something for you to consider is that they might do it instead. And I don't know if your vengeance will be slaked if that's the case. The other option is, as Quinny has outlined, you stick to the original plan.
Yep.
With Alyn perhaps keeping this additional context of being able to swap spots in mind. But Alyn uses the VIP pass to get backstage. Quinny and Reggie betray the group, bring Mudbutt in as a prisoner. The old Chewbacca gamble. You go that route. So those are your two options. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. Which one do you choose?
Well, I guess it kind of occurs to me then. It's just like, now hold on a minute. Where's all this distrust for a butthole coming from? I mean, you guys are just old pally-pallies. Why wouldn't we just... Why would he betray us? He's your old friend.
It's not a real betrayal, right? That's all. We're just pretending. I'm going to pretend to betray you guys too.
But then why even do the apple pork plan?
Because there's already a relationship there between you and Igneous, right? He's the wizard who tricked you into burning down your town.
Right.
Oh, look, we
the whole point...
Mudbutt once again, Igneous, want to have a look? Here, peek in here. And then, groin to head, dead.
Look, it's almost as if you're trying to protect
really
me.
bad at lying.
Hey, everybody. So, I finished what I was doing in the other room. What's going on? This seems like a bit of a planning conclave over here. What are we thinking about?
I'm just trying to break up another fight between these two.
Why are you two fighting? That's silly. We're going to go fight someone else.
Quinny, roll a
just another dad-daughter thing.
I'll give you advantage because it's very plausible. Reginald, roll me an insight check, please.
Ooh, I'm very bad at that.
I'll take perception if you want.
I'm equally bad at that. They're both insight-based. That is a 3.
Cool.
Man. They do this all the time. Here's the deal. One of you's going in a barrel, and one of you's going to wait outside. Quinny already figured this out, so everybody take a breather. Separate. Here's a barrel, and I just take a water barrel and just dump it on the floor into the bathroom where it stinks. So I'm like, that'll help the goblins in a minute. All right. Everybody get in there. Does anybody need a drink before we go?
No.
Well, one for a toast to fortify before a battle. You guys don't do that?
I've had enough drinking for today.
I mean, I'll toast one with you. It's my bachelor party, right?
Thank you. Exactly. Great marriage, and you were a great bachelor. All right, so I pour 2 drinks. I'm like, Alyn?
What?
Do you want one of the drinks?
I don't want to drink.
Okay, that's fine. It'll just be me and Mudbutt. And I give him a glass, I take a glass, and I'm like, Moonhammer believes in unions. That's why I believe the union you made between yourself and your new bride and you and your new daughter, bringing a family together by blood and in spirit, were only the farts of hell and the always friends kissing will keep you together and apart. This is what love is. Love of Moonhammer. Also, let's not talk about our parents. And then I just like, cheers to you. And I cheers you, right, feeling successful.
And I say, yes, and to friendship and to truth. And then I toast him back.
Yep.
And with that, you throw back your drinks. and set out for a date with destiny.
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Elizabeth at EL Hamstring on Twitter, our amazing special guest, and our fantastic DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode was edited by Ryan LaPlante, and all of Dum-Dums and Dice's art is by Decapitated Markers, or at Decapitated Marker on Twitter. That's MRKR. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now I'm off to do more magic. See you next episode. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christian Menicola, Long, the Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, DM Rob, Christopher Little, Joshua White, Olin Anderson, Sue One, Devin Boyce, George Dolby, One True Artistry, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.